I hurt myself. What's new? Hey y'all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. Down at the cabin to do some work on their electrical stuff. We're trying before the end of this year to see if we can't get lights wired in, some plugs wired in. I'd love to get 2 bedside lamps put in, but the main one will be a lamp above our table with the on-off switch at the door activating it. That way we can quit using this little desk lamp that we've been using since we got here. So that's what's on tap. I might hunt, but I probably won't. And I'm just going to concentrate on doing this. And I've got next Friday and the whole next week off from work. So between this weekend and that week, I should be able to hopefully get this done. All right. So I'm inside and I thought I'd show you the first part. I've got several things I'm wanting to do, but I'll start with part 1. Part 1 today is this receptacle, this light switch. I am going to take out. I'm going to take the board off and flip it so this hole will now be back here, because what we want to do is take the box, and we actually want the box mounted on top of the wood, and we'll have the conduit pipe going up. That's one of the things my bride wanted, and so we're going to do it. One of the plans will be to have a she calls it a tall boy. I always called it a chest of drawers. But we've got one of her grandparents, I believe, and that's going to be sitting here. And so the box will have to go up. I got to make sure it's at least 4 feet up so it'll clear the box. But the electric will go up and across and over. Now here, we're going to actually put a shelf of some kind, we think, because we have a light on a pulley system that'll be here right over the table. So I'll have to do something there, and then it'll go all the way across to right above the chicken and then go straight up into the loft where the breaker box is at. Now, I've got more work to do here this weekend than I've got time to do, and I actually like that. It'll allow me to just put my head down and work. Right, that actually was not too bad. Got that board flipped around. You can see the hole back here. We're eventually going to put some shelves or something like that here, so I'm not too worried about that right now. I can always put a board or something over it if needed, but at the moment I'm just going to leave it the way it is. This right here, I didn't actually have to adjust the height at all. It was the perfect height. So I put it right back where it belonged, and it just felt really good coming in and out. That's where your hand wants to go to turn on the light switch. Taking it up, and then it's not yet attached because I'm not going to attach it until I have wire running through it yet. But everything's there. The moment I'm just going to have the wire going across. Eventually, you can see a little red wire that was used for the old 12-volt system. And it goes out to the front porch. I may do the same thing. Right above that horseshoe, go out onto the porch for a light or something out there. I'm still trying to determine what to do here. We want to drop a line for a plug underneath the table, which is a mess because I'm working. But we want a plug down there, so I'm going to drop a line and do the same type of thing there. And I'll need a junction box above the table for the new light, and then I got to get it all wired together. I've got some old boards from a family member's old house, tongue and groove, that I think we're going to use for a shelf up there. It almost makes it all the way across, but once I add a couple of support boards on the end of these 2 2x4s, they should be able to fit on top of that, and that'll work great. So I think now I'm going to work on drilling the hole through the floor up there and tying it in to the junction box. That's the plan, I think. Once that's done, I don't know. I don't know what will be next. It's going well. It's going a lot faster than I sort of expected it to, which is funny considering I always think things are going to go faster than I expect them to, and they always go slower. This is going to slow up a little bit more because I'm going to start messing with electricity. So once I get the holes drilled and little pipe sections cut and put in place, I'll have to wire it in and go from there. I'll probably, yeah, I'm not even going to guess on what's going to be next. That's the next step. So we'll just take this one step at a time. So a quick update. I forgot that I never put a pipe between the socket over there in the corner and the box. I don't remember. I had to buy parts, I'm sure, but I'd wired it in so it would work. So I had to undo all that, put in the connectors that I needed, and then drop the one line down. I don't yet have any wires going through it yet, but I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to be doing that probably later today. I'm going to need to drop two to start with anyway. I'm not sure through that pipe if I could get a third if I decide, so I'd probably have to drop another pipe through the floor if I need to do that. So, you know, it's hot up here. That part's done. Now to figure out how I'm going to get the electric from this side to the other side. And I'd like to figure that out before I start running electric cable everywhere, because once I start, I'm just going to have cable hanging and running everywhere, and I don't want that. So the stuff's in place. I did find a paddle bit, so I was able to get that that pipe through the floor, and I'll run it through the rafters of this floor and that floor, or ceiling, depending on what you want to look at it as, to get through everything that direction. And now all I got to do is determine what I'm doing there. How am I going to get electric from here to there? We've had a couple different ideas, and every time I start looking at one, I end up not liking it. So I got to determine that and see what's going to go on there. I think I'm going to go outside. It's only 72 degrees. Well, 72 degrees down on the floor. It's probably a little warmer up here. But I'm warm. So I'm going to go outside and cool down and go from there. All right. Well, that's going to be it for the day. I got quite a bit done. More than I expected. Could have possibly gotten a little bit more done, but I don't want to do any more until I get a chance to talk to my wife about some of the decisions I was making. She'd probably be good with whatever I chose, but I'd like to get her feedback. Let me show you what I've got here. Actually, first, I think I already talked about this. I did get the light switch box put in and the pole up to the rafters, and that's taken care of now. Nothing's tightened down, nothing's secured to the wall yet except for the box, until I run all the wire and make sure we're all good. Over here, I did, I think I showed y'all, I dropped the line down. I did go ahead and run one electric line over to this pendant light. Apparently, they don't have on-off switches, so this is just going to be temporary because I need to add an on-off switch. At the moment, what I decided to do is just unscrew the light bulb. It works. The LEDs don't get hot, so not a big deal. I did try, let's see if I can get back here. One option, which I'm waiting to hear from my wife about, is we had this old tongue and groove wood, and I could put that up there. That allows us a spot to mount the light fixture above the table and hide all the wires and boxes and the like. I don't know if that's what we're going to end up doing or not. I like the idea. I like the concept. It also gives us a little shelf for, you know, the little knickknacks and pictures that you like when we move here, full time until we get the house built. That's pretty much it. I can drill through the rafters for the electrical line. I decided not to run any more. I you saw I've got a partial line with a box down there for a receptacle. Just to see how it goes, see how it works. More than likely, I'll have to do an inline, a switch there to turn the light on and off. So I'll have to, I'm glad I realized that before I did anything else. And that was just a partial piece of pole that I had left over from doing the other work. So that's also done. More than likely from that box, I'll actually drill through the wall outside for a waterproof receptacle outside, so we can plug things in outside. Overall, it was an amazing day. I got a lot more done than I expected, which is never the case. It's always the opposite. I don't even get close to what I want to get done. Brought some leftover soup home, so with me from the house, so I'm going to get that warming up and then go take a shower. I did bust the bejeebers out of my knuckle with the screwdriver and well, the drill, but it was blunt force is what caused it, and it hurts. But anyway, I hurt myself. What's new? That's it for today. Chance of rain. In fact, last I looked, it's supposed to rain all day long tomorrow. So while I am inside, there's a lot of stuff I still do outside. So I don't know if I'll do any more or not on this trip. I may just sit back and relax and read. Might work. We'll see what the day holds. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you sort of enjoyed watching what I'm doing as I'm learning myself. I know I'm not an expert at any of this stuff, and I'm just learning as I go along. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.